Hello traders, good evening. Am I audible to you? Just let me know. Is the audio video clear? Let me know if the audio video is clear, traders. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Now here, I'll take the 15 minutes time frame chart. Now you can see that I marked this range, okay? This red line, what you see here, I'll remove all this things, is not needed. Yesterday after the live, I had discussed about this buyer zone from where market reversed. Who looked into it? Fine. Now what's happened in the market right now is previously this area was a resistance zone, right? Here you can see I'm on a 15 minutes time frame, I'm showing it. So on 7th, market formed a double top here. This was the range. And then from where, this is the place from where market continuously moved towards the downside. Now what is the recent high of the market? The recent high of the market is this candle, this 15 minutes candle. Now US market is yet to open. We are yet to get the data. And I feel in case the market breaks this upper level, it has a potential of continuing the trend. Okay, that's what I feel. And yes, there is a psychological level which is the upper resistance, and maybe market has chance of going up to 10,500 zone also. This is my view at this point of time. This was previous yesterday's high. Market gave a breakout. After that, there has been correction. This is a decent fall itself. This is a decent fall of around 200 to 80 points. That's there. But market overall sentiment, it has made a nice movement. Then continuation possibility is there. Okay. So we will see how market behaves. All the data, important levels, everything we will mark. And then we will decide. Dow Jones at this point of time, it is in a positive note, around 0.6% positive. S&P 500 Nasdaq, still we need to get the data. So how market behaves. This zone, many people would have considered resistance and entered. To trap them, market can tend to move towards the upside, right? So there is a possibility of market moving up. So please be a bit careful about this. Let me look into all the index one by one. Gold, oil, Ethereum. Ethereum also is near the upper level resistance. Okay. This area where Ethereum is, we consider this as resistance. If Ethereum goes above the zone, BTC goes above the zone, then maybe we can try for a bullish trade. Okay, that's my view, and I'll conduct a poll. Please start sharing your view. Market is kind of holding on to this zone. Do not short BTC. Good evening. How are you? I'm doing good, Adrian. Hope you're doing good too. Vinod sir, good evening. Peace Martyr 91, good evening. Welcome to the live stream. Chandrakant sir, hello. Both clear, sir. Okay. So continuously market has been moving towards the upside. It's forming a trend. It's holding on to this range. This support zone. Is this channel respecting? Okay. There's a kind of channel, but channel resistance, breakout failure, because market is also very close to all-time high level. People will be concerned. Recent time, I think market went up to 1,09,000 range itself, the highest. It has gone more than that before, but not right in the recent times. Chandrakant sir, good evening. Vichara, good evening. Naresh Peguda, good evening. It's a bit strongly bearish here. BTC. We'll look into other market also, how it reacts. S&P 500 has opened on a positive note. See, everything is opened with a slight gap up. So BTC is kind of correcting a bit, not going with the trend, right? We'll see. Around 53% of the people are bullish about the market. That's fine. Prakash sir, good evening. What range is this? 0.618. Market coming close to 786 level. I'm just looking at risk reward, not that I'm planning any entry. Okay. So gives a breakdown, then one setup is there. 786 level market is kind of holding. This is a tricky zone. Taking decision here is a bit difficult. I've switched to 1 minute time frame. It's holding on. So I'll place one buy order here, 200 quantity. Stop loss is going to be very, very small, because if market bounce back from here, fine. If it is not bouncing back, then we don't have to give so much risk at this point of time. Okay, stop loss is very small here. So for this long trade, this one I'm trying to attempt to capture a big movement in case market reverses from here, right? I don't want to take bigger stop losses at this range to test if this level holds up or not. I have placed an order. That's why too much stop loss I have not given. So I hope you're getting a clarity. This is a decent zone. This is a previous support. If market comes to the support, people might start buying here. So market, in case it wants to, move up from this zone only, it can move up. Like that situation we can come across. Okay. That's why I've just placed an entry, and US market also is bullish. So we'll see how this turns out. This range is kind of, what is the global market doing? Global BTC, after continuous rally, if it moves down, bigger movement also is possible. 1,09,000 range, this range. but so much will market fall is a doubt only. I'll see how it goes. This zone one reversal is possible, or at this zone after this breakdown one reversal is possible. So wherever reversal is possible, small stop loss I might have to give, because I don't want to miss the trend if it is there. I want to thank you for all your guidance, knowledge, and above all, conviction you showed today's Nifty trade. It was amazing learning. Okay, sir, you're welcome, Pramod. See, it can be learning, or it can, like some people say, it can also be a wild guess. So you just see the consistency of the updates which I give. Okay, based on one day, you don't go over a period of 1 month. How many times my view is going as per the sentiment, price action, you see that, and then you give me a feedback, sir. Anyways, thank you so much for the feedback. Ethereum, this is the zone. Okay, this is the upper zone. This is the lower zone. Market, if it moves towards the upside, you can try. At the zone also you can try. You can go for continuation, or this breakout, failure, breakout. Then also you can go for continuation setup. BTC. Madhusudan sir, hello, welcome to the live stream. Series of red candle, small green candles, followed by a red candle. That's okay. This is the base I'm considering. This is the first base. At this base, if market comes, take the stop loss also fine. Next setup somewhere at this zone I will look into. Okay. US market is kind of bullish only, right? It is bullish. So they're trying to create some kind of confusion in BTC, I think. I've been following you since a year. Okay. From since a year, if you're finding the content useful, then good. Thank you for the support. This previous red candle, I'm on 1 minute time frame. Previous red candle, this candle is not able to break. It is showing some continuation. That's all right. To basically look at 3 minutes. Does this brokerage charge according to the leverage taken? How much quantity you take based on that, and at what level market is trading at? You can just go here, you click on calculator, you will get to know how much it is, liquidation, how it will happen, profit and loss, lot size, target price. Here you have something called fees. You go here. Okay, can usually for the traders, delta cash, this one is the market maker. If you're placing the order, right, if you are setting triggers, you are just paying 0.02, or you are going to pay 0.05% of the market value. Almost came near the stop loss, short recovery. This and all is testing zone traders. where I can expect market to reverse after this breakdown or before reaching this level. So there we can take small risk, and as and when the trend continues, that is when we will be able to capture bigger movement. Waiting for the right time might be, if I fail by taking 2-3 small stop losses also fine. If we miss the trend, that is when we will have problem. Okay, so with that logic only I have taken the trade. 100 count could charge $6 with 50 leverage approximately. Yeah, so much. Ethereum is still holding on to this range. This upper range, it's just holding on. Who entered when I said here, fine, stop loss should not be more than this. But every time I'll keep speaking about certain ranges, those ranges you just mark and keep, and in those ranges how it reacts, we will see. This one converting to Nasdaq and all, usually there is a delay in trading view. Dow Jones is kind of corrected nicely, so I'll show that to you. Dow Jones, this one zone where Dow Jones is near the resistance, so it is seeing some pressure here. So in case it corrects after this continuous rally and later move towards the upside, that is when we can look into fresh opportunity. S&P 500 though, it is just moving like a rocket. Continuation is happening. That's there in S&P 500. This was the yesterday range what I gave. Today's range is this zone. This previous resistance, S&P 500 is holding on to this range. In case it corrects and shows continuation, maybe upside movement is possible. S&P 500 is kind of being bullish, supporting our view. Nasdaq, still we don't have the data, but Dow Jones is near the resistance. Even Dow Jones, if it starts showing some continuation, small pullback, anything as such, that will be helpful for us. Gold, what to say about gold? Gold is in a range where this zone, so mark this zone and keep. 3,300 and this zone. Okay, this is the upper range. So lower range of gold will be 3,277 to 79. So within this range, there's a breakout failure. There's a consolidation range. As of now, there is no setup. Here it might move towards the downside. Maybe you can draw the Fibonacci levels and see also. It's 618 level correction. So if you plan for bearish trade, maybe there is a 50% chance, but I'm not sure about that. So for me, if the levels market reaches, only then maybe something I can decide on this. This though is still flat, no big change. But it's creating confusion in the zone. Basically from here only it should have moved within the first 3 candles only. If it is being sideways, then it is waiting for market to, give some kind of confirmation, I believe. Anyway, stop loss is small, risk is small. So Ethereum, USD traders, anyone who wants to look at Ethereum, it's coming very close to the zone. If it gives a breakout and sustain with small stop loss, maybe long position, you can see next to, up to the zone, you can see if you're interested, right? After you get the breakout. 100. After a trade completion, there can one see the day's trading result in delta exchange. It is not a clear as Zerodha, which gives a clear summary of days traded. See, every broker changes their interface based on their preference. End of the day, it is just your comfort, which broker you prefer, where you feel convenient, and things like that. Right. So that's how you have to see, I believe. I'm not making any changes to the stop loss. Stop loss is very small. This I have kept as the target, but in case market reverses from here and then moves up to this zone also, we can aim for. Okay. 1 second, I'll be back. Is there pressure in the market? Definitely there is pressure. Dow Jones, forget this. This one is kind of given a breakout here. How it behaves matters. S&P 500 is just showing continuation. This movement is a bit strong. We'll see how it holds on to this range. Almost near the stop loss, it gave up upside move and then it is showing some correction. Maybe Dow Jones. And what about Nasdaq? Nasdaq only little less clarity. My stop loss got triggered here. Okay. So market, this zone I thought it will respect. It did not respect. I'll see once more at this zone somewhere. So why am I not getting Nasdaq data? So for this 120, this level is too far, but this zone might be somewhere near 618 level. Little other index is coming for pullback, but 2-3 attempts we have to do to capture the moment. It can reverse from here also, or it can reverse from this zone. We'll see about it. Maybe crypto morning only it has moved so much, so it is trying to hold on a bit. That also can be there. Rest of the index and all is looking very positive. It's kind of positive. Ethereum, just see this zone. Entry has not yet triggered. It closing we did not get, but anyone by chance if you have entered also here stop loss, but closing we did not get. So sometimes randomly we should not enter, but the setup is still valid. Again, if market moves up, this is the upper level where we can look for opportunity. Because this is the selling pressure zone. Okay, as per my understanding, if selling pressure zone, if market holds, then If the sellers give up here, then market has potential of continuing the trend. Same thing with BTC also. This upside zone, what you see here, I mark this. First zone is this area, okay, and then this is the selling pressure zone. These two areas, if market breaks, it has chance of going up to 11,500. Here or there, we have to keep taking small stop loss. Here 200 points in return, 700 points, risk is fine. But if it's going to give a breakdown in reverse, or it's going to come here and reverse, that just randomly we cannot plan. We have to give the stop loss and decide. So again, I'll be taking this trade. Who wants to enter, you can place the order. If you do not want to enter, you can avoid. This is the second setup. So go here. I'll place the stop loss. Market is showing a bit of bearishness. See, I understand here if it corrects, right? I have to give the stop loss. Again here if it corrects, again one more stop loss I have to give. That I've already been telling 3-4 times. Today idea is to try to capture the trend. If it's possible, I will capture. If not, 2-3 small stop losses I will give, and then I'll close for the day. See gold, sir. Gold is spiking, but there's nothing interesting for me to look at in gold. The zones what I'm considering is too far. This range is there, but like I said, there's 50-50 chance. I'm not interested in gold at some point of time. See, it has given a nice correction here. Draw the trend line. Okay, this zone, draw it properly. Maybe you draw it like this. Trend line, breakout, retest, breakout, continuation. This I did not observe that time, but still I don't, if I'm there in the market, I wouldn't enter this trade, because for me conviction is a bit low here. When there is conviction, definitely I've informed you guys already, right? So multiple call side I'm taking because I have the conviction, but if conviction is gone by giving 2-3 stop losses, I will not take one more trade. Maximum 2-3 trades I will take. After that, how much more risk can we give? Gold is very dangerous. 50-20 points stop loss. How many rupees? Sir, can you explain? Sir, 20 points stop loss. How many rupees? You just take per lot. Okay. 20 into 75, which is one lot. It will be approximate 1,500 rupees. Continuation is happening towards the downside. Dow Jones has shown some negativeness. It is near the resistance zone. S&P 500 is showing a bit of correction. So market has already reached the zone. Should we hold? See, stop loss is here. If stop loss market has to hit, it will hit. Nothing to worry about that. Here, concern is this candle. Previous, it was not able to break this candle, was not able to break the previous candle. This is not yet breaking the previous candle. That is one concern. So continuation will happen means this is the maximum area I have decided to give the stop loss. I'll give off that stop loss. That's it. So nothing to worry about that. Only thing is this zone. The zone buyers created some attraction. Here little movement they can do also and push. That time stop loss I have to give, again I have to re-enter. That issue is there. That's fine. If we break our head too much about certain things, about the risk, that is a problem. If market wants to take the stop loss, it will take no matter how far you keep the stop loss. That is the truth. On that particular day, what happens, market will decide from your side, have you randomly entered or have you entered based on price action. I have entered based on price action. See, market here, it gave a breakout. So anyone who has taken bullish trade in the market during this breakout, already they would have made profit. Market for it, it's going to be very difficult to trap these people. Even if there is a correction, maybe they would have trailed the stop loss. Maybe little liquidity market can take during this correction. But more sellers might get attracted when market gave a breakdown here. If it would have given a breakdown here also, attraction would have happened. This is a channel support. This level market has broken. This also acted as confirmation. So market might reverse, but after moving like this, if it reverses, it's a problem for me. That's it. Nasdaq opening at the upper resistance zone itself. S&P 500, it's come for a retest here. This is the retest zone. Breakout, this is the seller's pressure zone. Market has broken that. It's acting as a retest zone. We'll see how it goes. Dow Jones is kind of facing some seller's pressure from this resistance what I gave. That would have influenced the market a bit as well. But too much importance for Dow Jones I don't give. Nasdaq is in a range where I expect so this zone to be the current pressure zone, okay, and support zone for Nasdaq can be here up to this zone. So how Nasdaq, S&P 500 reacts, how they want to push the market is up to them. Sentiment according to me is bullish. Based on that only I've taken the entry. Ethereum is seeing some selling pressure. Selling pressure from the zone. Above the zone, we can be looking for bullish, but Ethereum is kind of bearish here. Little it's going opposite to the view which I have. Yesterday continuation. During market closing itself, it has closed on a positive note. It's held on to this range, from there continuation. Market, will it come up to this zone and all? I feel there is less chances in case if it comes down also. Too many people confidently they have entered sell positions at the zone. So targeting them would be a difficult thing only for the market. We'll see, traders, what happens. $1 is equal to 1 rupee. No. In which market are you asking me about, sir? Sir, just one request. If you're planning for option selling, will it be both buy and sell? No, it will only be sell positions. That is what I have planned initially. Okay. That adjustment strategy, all those things is not required because we are not carry forwarding the position overnight, or we are not holding it for longer duration. Usually our expectation is to close the trade within 25 to 30 minutes. I'm speaking about the option selling strategy. Okay. Again at cost to cost. So the previous, let's say consider this as previous 15 minutes candle. Switch to this market has corrected up to 50% of this and it's put down. It has to break this zone to a certain extent. If it shows continuation breaking this red line, then possibility of upside movement is there. Okay, that's how I'm looking at this. We'll see if it's going to break it or not. This line I'm speaking about, it has to break this line. Nifty 1 point is not equal to 1 rupee, sir. It is the base is the index chart. Okay, depending on which strike price you choose. Let's say Nifty from 25,440, it went up to 480. Okay, this is 40 points. Basically, if you have taken at the money strike price, you will see around 20-point gain. If you have taken little in the money, let's say 25,400, or let's say you have gone to 300, so it might be instead of 20 points you will get 27, 28 points, like that moment you will be getting. Okay, that's how you need to see it. As of now I'm just at cost to cost, no big change. As per your backtesting, is that working in volatile situation also, since it's option selling? Sorry to ask. It was working very perfectly until this Trump started creating chaos in the market, right? That's why I postponed it, giving the strategy. Little fine tuning I have done after that. Little more back testing is there. By end of this month I'll finish and I will share that with you. But my first priority will be for buying itself. That strategy course I'll give you for free. Once that is done, meanwhile you do that, I will be giving option selling strategy. In that, the beautiful thing is you will be doing back testing of the strategy for 1 month. Along with you, even I'll be taking the trades for 1 whole month. So everyone together will be entering the trade. In that, profit or loss, it will be somewhat similar based on how much quantity you take. So we do it for approximately 1 month and see the results together, how it goes. Net to net, you guys tell me. Those of you watching the live stream, if you're finding the stop loss hunting price action concept what I say is useful, support the channel traders by liking the video. Fresh entry I'm not discussing because market has to sustain above this zone. Okay, this is important. Or this can just be a basic pullback before the downside move. If downside move happens next, this zone is there. So there is a bit of confusion in the market. Randomly you cannot enter. Okay. How about AXU? So I'm saying, right, I'm not having any conviction. Breakout retest continuation is happening, but how well market will sustain the zone, I'm not sure. If it comes move little higher upper zone, then maybe I can judge a bit, or in case it moves down, there's no other stop loss or reversal opportunity I can expect like this, I can do. But when there is no view for me, if I am not having clarity, I don't want to discuss about that, give you wrong information. BTC I've entered because I have the conviction. 2-3 stop losses I might have to give to identify the bottom. Identifying the bottom of the market is difficult. You can only do that by giving stop losses. Now people will look at this and decide, okay, this is the supporting zone and all. Liquidity to a certain extent will create at the bottom also. That's fine. If it comes for breakdown, I kept the stop loss somewhere here only. In that terms, I cannot get my stop loss from this zone to below this. That time risk reward will not sit properly. So risk reward matters. For this particular trade, this is a stop loss I have decided to give. If it wants to hit, it can hit. BTC I'm holding by position with average price of 1,09,300. From 9,300, this zone you're holding by position. For me, market has to sustain above this zone, right? That is when I'll be getting, it has to break the previous 15 minutes candle range. It has to sustain above that. So that's important. We will see. Even my expectation is it will, I wanted to break this level. I'll look at other index. Look at Ethereum. Okay. I'll show it to you also. Look at Ethereum. This is a recent swing. If you see, this is a good supporting zone, right? This 382 level, market is holding on to this zone. So don't take any random entry here. Usually 382 level can be a pullback zone. So be a bit careful. Like I've already discussed about the setup above this zone, maybe you can look at bullish trade. Here small stop losses you might have to give. S&P 500 holding. Dow Jones decent correction. Too much sideways market is here at the zone. One lakh 9,350 360 zone, because sometimes this channel support can act as retest zone and market can correct, so it has to sustain above this. Okay, you're welcome, Vijay sir. Sir, have you tried any algo trading for this SL hunting and price action? Is it possible to configure in algo? It's difficult, and personally I have not tried. uh, Basically, you see, I don't use much of the indicators, right? Everything naked chart I see, maximum Fibonacci I will use. There are certain indicators which I'm comfortable with, like Fibonacci, EMA, all those things. But most of the things I've got very much used to looking at the market naked chart, right? From that, understanding the sentiment. So when that is working out good for me, too much pressure I don't want to take on algo and all those things. Maybe if I have an idea, then I have to reach out to someone to help me build the algo and things like that. But of course, that will be based on indicator only. When that is there, I will let you guys know. At this point of time, I have not tried anything. Suchinder, I have a friend who works on algo strategy and it's very good. He's getting success rate. For me, I get a dopamine effect only when I trade based on price action, stop loss hunting. I'm so much used to that. So short still has hammer. As of now, still the retest zone. Nothing to confirm. Yes, one thing I should have considered, false breakout here, selling pressure zones, small stop loss. I would have tried one. If market would have come to this zone, I would have trailed the stop loss to cost. When it would have come here, I would have got my stop loss little lower. Like that, I would have planned. But when I came, only market had given me only this opportunity, right? This opportunity situation. So here one attempt on the buy side, here after trapping people, one attempt on the buy side. This is the best I can look at based on stop loss hunting. So only now slightly it's come. Those of you watching the live stream in portrait mode, already we have one more stream running in landscape mode where you can see my entry, stop loss, this PNL, all these details. If you want to join the live stream in landscape mode, then you can definitely join that. If you want, I will share the link with you for those who's watching the live stream in portrait mode. Here you go. Aman, nice voice. Thank you, sir. Sustenance above the zone is important. Hopefully it sustains. Bit confused now whether attracting more sellers or more buyers are weak. See, let me say, I'll tell you how I am looking at the market. Market has given a nice movement already. Here, let's say this movement was to hunt the stop loss. After hunting the stop loss, a correction should have been happening. Market should have removed weak buyers who entered randomly, attracted some bearish traders, then it could have recovered. So maybe I would have said trend continuation. There it is possibility. These buyers, after this pullback, market did not create any trap or anything for them. Directly one more upside move. Again a pullback. Here it gave a wrong side breakout. It has trapped them. Here it has given breakdown, attracted more bearish traders. Right at this zone, it is acting as support, that I can say. And one more thing, this zone is acting as breakdown retest zone. And from here, either market can move towards the downside or upside. But I am taken bullish trade based on probability, thinking that market cannot trap the buyers who are sitting at the bottom. Okay, the buyers who entered at the bottom already made profit. Chances of market targeting them is very low. Only random weak buyers who thought about entering maybe near the support, or random bearish traders to trap the market, will move towards the downside and then reverse. Here only concern which I have is exactly from this zone it has moved. After coming to this zone, if it would have moved, little more confidence I would have had, or if market is sustaining above the zone, little more confidence I would have had on the bullish side. Okay, so how I am looking at the market, that clarity I have given. Vinod sir, so if you have confusion, please don't take any entry. Wait for a setup which is giving you more confirmation, more conviction. How you need to give a conviction? It is very simple. You have to build a story behind your entry. For example, let's say this is the trend line. Market is continuously taking support here. It has given a breakdown. So this becomes point number 1. This is the only point. Okay, I will tell you how I am looking at it. First thing, the buyers who entered at the bottom already made profit during this rally. Market cannot target them. This is point number 1. Again with this point number 2. Recently market gave a breakout, failed, attracted bearish traders. After attracting them, market has trapped them. So since market cannot target these buyers and there is no stop loss hunting, market can tend to move towards the upside. This is point number 2. Point number 3, this zone why market corrected, because in the past market has faced resistance here. So from this zone market corrected. But after market correcting so much, okay, we understood the logic why market corrected from here. But after correction, can market hunt the stop loss of buyers who are here? It cannot, because they have already made profit. Then either market has to do time correction to create liquidity, okay, or it has to do price correction. Okay, price correction has happened here. After price correction, market is next, it can tend to move towards the upside. Along with that, point number 4, US market is kind of on positive note. So like this, 4 to 5 points I will consider before I take my entry. Even after taking all of this, what is the most important thing? Risk reward. Is this risk as per my capacity? If the answer is yes, and all these 4 or 5 points is supporting my view, then I'll be taking the entry. Okay, this is how I look at the market. And sometimes I use Fibonacci levels also as the zone. Here I did not look at Fibonacci, but let's say you mark Fibonacci. Market has corrected up to 50%. 50% is a decent price level from where market can tend to reverse. So totally in this session only 4 to 5 points I have given you guys, explaining my logic of being bullish. I'm not just being bullish, I've also taken the trade and I've fixed a reasonable stop loss. Is my story correct? Is my story wrong? That market will decide. Okay. From my end, what and all effort I have taken, I have taken. Now market has to decide. Do I have conviction that market will move towards the upside? Yes, I feel that, because stop loss, I gave you all the reasons already, and this zone at least market has to sustain above this. Then it has a chance of testing a psychological level. After that, people might think about exiting, but after that also it can give a movement of another 500 to 1000 points. So I don't know for you guys, whatever I said, was it confusing, boring, whatsoever, I don't know. But since you asked, since you said you are confused, I gave you my point of view of how I look at the market. If it is useful, make use of it. If it is not useful, ignore it. Vinod sir, now I gave you all the reason why I am bullish. Okay. But in case market is bearish also, we should not think too much. We have to go with multiple confirmation entry. After we take the entry, we have to leave it for the market to decide. Okay. That is over a period of time, we will build a strategy. Very good explanations are super. Okay, thank you. Now the expected range market has sustained. Hopefully it continues the trend. There are other factors also involved, right? How S&P 500, Nasdaq, Dow Jones, all these are performing. Nasdaq is near this zone. Dow Jones is near the resistance area. And then Nasdaq is just holding. S&P 500 is retesting. These two I give importance. So in that extent it is fine. But Dow Jones is kind of bearish. So these things also we have to look at. Not yet given closing above this. Too much it's wandering around cost to cost zone. This box have become a tight range for the market. Quickly did not give closing, corrected. Very useful, sir. Okay. Sellers are sitting at 1,09,750. Now this movement is very strong, so there is a chance that it can break the zone. Expected a closing above this candle. If you see why I expected a closing above this candle was, this is kind of 786 level. The 786 level usually it creates problem. It gives a buying opportunity also, it creates problem also. Both of these things this will do. So 1,09,750. So a setting seller zone, market has to first move towards that level, even if the market has to reverse, go down. Is the understanding correct? So here, not just trapping these people. Okay, there might be some people who have entered, or big people would have attracted buyers. They would have got a chance of squaring off their position. It is just that the trend of the market only is kind of bullish. Now why it is holding on to this range for too long? Maximum up to this zone it can go and it might reverse. That can happen. Anyways, this stop loss market took. I don't know why position got closed here. Refresh this. Okay, so my expectation was market will give a closing above the zone. It did not give. It moved continuously towards the downside from 786 level. It trapped. Two setup I attempted. One more setup I have to attempt, but we will see. This candle is too strong. How this market reacts at this zone. For me now, little more I have to see. Analyze the chart. What it does. Maybe this zone. Anyone who's thinking of bearish trade, please be a bit careful here. Okay. This candle closing and things like that, you see how it is. But I have taken two setup here. The movement is strong, really strong, and continuation is happening. So my story did not work here. For that I have given the stop loss. I have closed the trade at the zone only. Why we place the stop loss? So that we don't give additional loss, right? So that is the first thing I do as soon as I take the entry. Market is holding on to this range. That is fine. In case a wick is formed, let's say like this. Where is it? You take the same candle I'm saying. Let's say it forms a candle like this. It forms a candle like this. Okay, a green candle. See how market behaves at this zone. If it sustains above the zone, then with small stop loss you look into it. In case you're too much worried about the zone or market do not form a setup like this, then we will completely not take the trade. We will avoid. Trend is going, let the trend go. We will avoid any trade. Okay, two trades I have taken today. Okay, in both the trades I have given small stop loss. One entry here, one more entry here. Both have given the stop loss. But here, next setup, if it is possible, I will share that in the group. More than 1 hour live stream is done. Okay, here let's wait and see if this, we will see if this converts to a green candle. If it does, then maybe a reversal setup, or else completely avoid taking any entry considering this zone. In Ethereum also, I think I've said the same thing. This was the resistance zone. Only if market sustains above the zone, we'll be looking at bearish trade. It's not going above this zone, so here also a bit of bearishness is there. That's fine. I'm not going to take any trade as of now. Another 15 minutes, 20 minutes I will see. Then if there is any interesting setup, I will share that in the free Telegram group. Okay, so this candle, you just wait and see if it's going to form like this. Okay, if it forms, you can take entry. If you're still not convinced to take entry looking at this move, you can avoid. So what can be the setup if market forms is trying to form a candle like this? Okay, we can look into this setup. And one more thing I have to say, for everyone there is a risk capacity per day, right? What is your maximum risk capacity? If you have met that risk capacity, then don't take the next trade, just leave it. Any negative news, anything, I'm not sure, but I think there is Fed chairman speech or something like that. I'm not sure. FOMC meeting today 11:30, that is when it is there. It's not forming any green candle. If it forms, then maybe you can try. Okay, that's entirely up to you. This is the risk reward which, in case I have entered, if this is the lower level, I would place. Post live sessions, crypto community group as well. Okay, I have to go somewhere. That is one problem. That's why I'm I'm not able to wait too long. 15-20 minutes I have to be driving. US market, what is happening? Dow Jones continuous pressure. S&P 500, Nasdaq and all is S&P 500 too much pressure. Anyone let me know if there is any news based on news. Market is, see now this way how I looked at the market is kind of forming that range, but we will see. Maybe if it breaks the upper range, I won't be in front of the system traders. That is the problem for the next 20 minutes. So let's say if market breaks this zone, if you're interested, you take a bullish trade. If you're too much concerned about this continuous candle, you avoid bullish trade. Okay, this is the upper level. If market sustains, then we will be looking at bullish trade. At the bottom, if market goes, what can happen? See, my expectation was buyers who are here already, they made profit, market cannot target them, and still I don't know if there is any news or anything as such. If news based momentum, I cannot do anything, but if my view is wrong, I will completely accept, yes, the view went wrong. So that is what, let me know if there is any news. This setup not yet entered. Okay, this setup for later. Okay, if market moves above this zone too much, if it moves down, then these levels is there. I'll share off the support levels also with you guys and go 1,07,800. This is the zone. This is the next zone if market is extremely bearish. Okay, you can see here, right? This is the support. In case market breaks the support, later reversal. So that's how I'm looking at the market. If the setup happens, fine. In case the setup is not happening, then at the lower level, basically this zone you don't consider as support and enter any trades. Okay, this level and all you don't consider, because this might create some confusion in the market. At this zone, if you get one more opportunity towards the upside, you can try. For those of you whose risk limit is already met, okay, please don't take the next trade. If I say anything now, it will be a kind of repeating. So this is a setup for later. This is a setup for later. This is a setup which I would not prefer. It's given a breakdown here. It's given a breakdown here, but that's okay. This is a setup for later and this is a setup for later. Okay, in this zone only, if market is reversing, yes, there is a chance, but I will not be entering any trade right now because I cannot look at the market. Little conviction I don't have about the setup. Lower level maybe I will see, or later at the upper level if I get opportunity I will see. Okay, if you want to enter at this zone, it's entirely up to you. Okay, thank you for participating in the live stream. In case there is any further update, I'll update in the free Telegram group. Alright traders, bye bye, take care. Now good night.